My grip strength sucked until I started training my extensors. Now, as you can see, I've done a lot of experimenting with finger extensors and how to train them properly. Now, this isn't a bad way to train finger and wrist extensors, it's just very impractical. So I'm gonna show you a few methods that are a little more practical that you could probably do with stuff that's around your house. Remember, the action that we're trying to train is the wrist extending backwards. You can incorporate your fingers in that as well. It's very difficult to, but let's focus on the wrist extensors here, working out the back of our forearm. And the first exercise is gonna involve using a dumbbell. So as long as the resistance is loading our extensors, you should be fine. If you take a dumbbell, you support your wrist here so your flexors can kind of fall like that, and then extend upwards. This is actually a really good at-home extensor workout. You can see all of these flexing here, and you can progressively overload it really easily. The key focus for extensor work is leveraging these knuckles here. You want resistance to come right on top of these knuckles. So when we're grabbing onto the dumbbell, we are relying on our fingers to hold onto the weight, but if we can put the resistance on the back of our knuckles here, that would be ideal. That's why I have a flat sling. For this, what you want to do is drape the sling over the back side of your knuckles, pinch down on it, and then run it in between your middle and ring finger. That way it kind of cinches down when you're pulling on the resistance and it doesn't slide up or down on your knuckles. You want it to be right here, right behind these knuckles, because that's where the forces are going to be generated from. Then just connect it to some resistance and supporting your wrist, just like we did in that dumbbell exercise. Pull your knuckles backwards, and that's going to be an extremely good isolated extensor workout. And it's pretty minimal equipment. And lastly, I just want to show you the most ideal form of training extensors from home. This is the forearm finisher from Golden Grip Shop, and it does everything we just emulated with the dumbbell and the sling, but it kind of packages it all up really nicely, and it changes the position of the resistance so it works out your extensors even more isolated. Remember, the resistance is coming from the back of the knuckles here, so all you do is put your hands into these slots here and then pull up with your extensors, and you can see I get that really nice isolation in my extensors. And just the positioning of the weight, this is one of my, it probably is my favorite way to train extensors. But again, if you don't have this piece of equipment, the other methods work really well as well. Either way, hopefully that helps.